She's sitting in. It's Maggie Vanderberg, Fog City Mid. She's on watch here. She's on the ramparts. Fog City is now she's the repository, the curator of all the madness going throughout the country. We'll talk about that later. We got John Solomon on. Huge initiative at Real America's Voice and John Solomon to do ballot analysis everywhere in the country and see these uncertifiable, unverifiable, illegal ballots. You're going to get the top investigative reporter in the known world, the one and only John Solomon at 11 o'clock. We got Rudy. Rudy's coming in. Rudy's now in charge. Okay, take a deep breath. Rudy's got it. Lawsuits everywhere. They're finding ballots. We're going into federal court to look for radical transparency. What the Democrats are doing are generating. You got the printing press going. They're generating ballots everywhere. Got ballots coming out of. They got new votes. Got new votes in there in Georgia. Got new votes in Pennsylvania. The sum total of my time on Maria Bartiromo this morning is everybody take a deep breath. Not only did we got this, we already own this. Okay. He's president of the United States. He won a resounding victory on votes that matter, right? You have Black Lives Matter. You have All Lives Matter. We have votes that matter. Votes that matter are certifiable, verifiable, legal votes that were voted on the 3rd of November, the year of our Lord, 2020. And remember, we control every part of the apparatus. The Constitution, our beloved Constitution, has it set up. This thing's all structured. So trust the process. Just take a deep breath. We're in federal court right now. We're in federal court. Rudy's got lawsuits going. Sidney Powell's on watch. You got Rick Grinnell out in Nevada, filed a suit today. You got Dave Bossie out in Arizona. We got the killers. The killers are all on the ramparts. Okay, we got this. Yesterday's not going to be a day in living infamy. You know why? It didn't happen. We're not going to sit there and allow the information warfare department of the globalist, the guys that gave you 17-point polls in Wisconsin a couple of days before, Charlie Cook and these guys said, historic landslide, Trump down by 10, Trump down by 12, Trump in every battleground state down by 8. Those are all lies. I shouldn't actually say they're lies. They're not technically lies. They're actually information warfare. Okay? I kind of respect the opposition because, remember, this is a war for power, not a search for truth. It's a war for power. They understand power. This was information warfare, and it didn't work. You know who it didn't work with? Folks called the American people. As I said to Maria today, Donald J. Trump has a moral obligation. He has a moral obligation to implement the will of the people. Let's cut through the fog of war. Here's what it is. At high noon on the 20th of January in the year of our Lord 2021, what is that, 80 days away or 80-some days away, right? Donald J. Trump is going to raise his hand, maybe not in the nation's capital, it may be at the White House. But he's going to raise his hand on the Trump family Bible, and he's going to take the oath for the second time, for his second administration. Okay? That is a fact. That the will of the people spoke against all odds. And Hispanics, in historical, 40-45%. African Americans. This total realignment. And how do I know it's a realignment? Well, they didn't take the Senate. We added seats in the House. We added seats in state legislatures. All the way down ticket were massive victories, right? All the information department, the information warfare department of the globalist opposition is trying to come up with all this stuff, and they're running around. They got, you got to cut that vote, and new 50,000 votes in Fulton County. They came up with new votes today in Georgia, new votes out of nowhere. We're not going to play that game. We're not going to play that game. We're not going to play that game. They change the rules all the time. You don't have to have a postmark. You don't have the signature. This one counts. Okay, no games. We're not playing that game. We're going to go into federal court. We're going to sue. We're going to recount all that. Remember, there are multiple paths. Yahoo Finance. Go to Yahoo Finance right now. Lead story, Bannon. Multiple paths to Inauguration Day. Remember, I didn't say multiple paths to victory. He's already won. He is the president of the United States. President Trump today should take all his time and start implementing the program for his second term. Let Rudy, let Cindy Powell, let Dave Bossie, let Corey Lewandowski, let Rick Grinnell, Let Eric Trump and Donald Jr., let the killers, okay, let the killers fight this, and a host of fabulous lawyers. Bill McGinley from the War Room, right? Shanghai him, get him on the team. And let us here in the War Room just be the source of information and enlightenment. Everybody out there in this audience, take a deep breath. It's over. It's over. We control the high ground. We control the operations. We control the operating function of the courts in a strict interpretation of the Constitution, the Supreme Court. We control the appellate courts. We control the state legislatures. Larry Schweikert's got a great tweet out. Schweikert, the author of The Patriots' History of the United States, a great constitutional scholar, he tweets it out. If this thing gets screwed up and you can't ascertain the phony vote, the state legislatures take it over. Ladies and gentlemen, where you have these radical governors and secretary of states and attorney generals in, and I'm going to pick just some random states. So I'm going to pick some random states, Jack. In Wisconsin, in Michigan, in Pennsylvania, in North Carolina, all these random states, they're controlled by Republicans. So take